You see it every day. You see it every day. People in the truth community thinking that they know everything. I'm the first to admit I don't know anything. In fact, that's our ground zero. So we've been grown up under this Rothschild education system, which teaches us all that we're monkeys. It's called, viewers, welcome back and thanks very much for joining me, known as the Dunning-Kruger effect. And somebody thinks they know what they're on about, and they don't have a fucking clue. You can't tell these viewers, welcome back and thanks very much for joining me. You can't tell these mudflooders that they've been tricked. You can't. They won't be told. I don't have the energy to pull out 500,000 people from a swamp that are stuck in the mud. I think we're just going to have to leave them there. Unless, of course, you're a mudflood advocate and have been spreading it. Well, it's your duty then, isn't it? Because not to speak up against the mudflood bullshit is to speak, and not to act against it is to act. So you're part of it. You're part of it. You're working for the wrong side. And you're getting people stuck in trouble. Does the truth matter in the truth community? Well, it depends who you ask. It depends who you ask. What about in the general population? Well, if you mention mudflood to anyone, they're going to write you off as a nutcase straight away. There you go. You should be a ward of the state. Take your injections. Involuntarily. It begs belief, doesn't it? How anyone could fall for it. Anyway, they have almost, oh well, yes. If you added up all the channels, it would be 500,000 people. 500,000 people stuck in the swamp. No mud flooder left behind is my motto. You can't leave them there. Very un-Christian-y. Viewers, welcome back and thanks very much for joining. I think people just have a problem putting it in perspective. They get off the ball earth and then they go straight back into fairyland with the mudflood and the Tartaria. There's absolutely no evidence. There's one photo produced by Philip Drosnin in Moscow, and it could have been explained away in a multitude of ways, because we know roads get built up. If there's flooding, they'll construct the road. They'll bring in some trucks, loads of dirt, and build it up. Seattle, places like that, it's not unusual. Chicago. The other way to explain it is it's some sort of escapism. It's like their bottle of gin. Because the truth is difficult to handle, so they're looking for a bit of an escape from reality. Off they go back to fairyland. It's better than taking heroin, I suppose, or drinking. But still, it's a waste of time. And at the end of the day, you just look like a nutcase. The government officials will come around and give you your injections involuntarily. You've got some serious things going on in Australia at the moment. In fact, it's possibly ever. Here in Australia, we can just about reclaim our sovereignty. Yes, in the next few weeks, we can reclaim our sovereignty if we can educate everybody. It's a huge opportunity. 2,000 years in the making. We don't have time for a meeting of the Mudflood Society, let alone the Flat Earth Society.